Mo Flava on 947.
What I'm also hoping for is that you're very hungry. You know why? Because I will be serving Boerewors rolls to you this morning. If you can drive by the Primedia building right here at 947 and grab one. Yes, yesterday I spoke about what you put in your Boerie roll, and it was a great conversation. Got all of us hungry and excited. But then I got a very interesting call from a lady who runs a food truck called Boerie Bros. And she said, listen, you have to taste my Boerewors rolls because I make them like no other. And long story short, I've challenged her to come and serve those boeries. So they're here, they've set up outside. All you need to do is come through to the 947 building, Primedia offices, 15 Fredman Drive in Sandton. That's 15 Fredman Drive in Sandton. When you get to the gate, drive in, hoot, and then get a Boerewors roll on me. On me. You don't even have to pay a cent. But you do have to hoot when you arrive. So we know what you're here for. So if you're in the area, if you're going to be driving through Sandton and surrounds, make a turn. As it stands, they are ready. So, best you make your way here and get yourself a Boerewors roll on the house, courtesy of me and Boerie Bros. It's going to be a good one, and let's see how we manage to fill your stomachs. Most importantly, while stocks last.
947.
It may be quite chilly outside, but let me tell you something. It is getting hot at 947.
Hey Mo, this is Nyameka. I'm first in line for the Boerie Bros.
Chabutube. Hi Mo, I'm second in line.
I am Mr. Makwela. I have ordered Boerie, what they call it, mozzarella and cheddar.
It is going down. It is a Boerie Thursday. Right here at 947, because myself together with Boerie Bros are dishing out Boerewors rolls because we can. Because we know that you love to stuff your Boerie rolls with all types of interesting things. So why don't you come and do it right now? It is all on us, all on the house, but obviously while stocks last. So as it stands, it is quite busy outside. So when you do arrive, make sure that you hoot so that we know what you're here for, right? You could be coming to Primedia for a meeting. You know what I'm saying? So, it needs to be clear why you're here. So get to our building, 15 Fredman Drive in Sandton, hoot at the gate, and then you can get yourself a Boerewors roll and be on your way. No strings attached, no manga business. It is real. And if some of those voices from those in the queue can't convince you, then I don't know what will. So what am I ordering? I'm ordering a Gourmet Boerewors. So it's a Boerewors served with a soft garlic butter roll, topped with delicious bisto relish and flame mozzarella and cheddar cheese, because I love my cheese. So that's what I'm going to have. Can't wait.
947.
Benson Boone, slow it down on 947. It's Mid-Mornings with Mo Flava. Good to have you on. It's a Thursday like no other, particularly for us here at 947. You know why? Because everybody is getting a Boerewors roll, and that is a fact. So we've decided to dish out Boerie rolls this morning, and a big shout out to everybody that's rolled up so far. I mean, just to paint a picture, we've got the 947 studio in the Primedia building, right here in Sandton on 15 Fredman Drive. We've got a parking lot that we've now turned into a drive-through. And the Boerie rolls that we're dishing out today is deliciously prepared by Boerie Bros. They make gourmet Boerewors rolls. You can look them up on social media at Boerie Bros ZA. And it's a food truck that you can literally bring out to whatever occasion or event that you're hosting. And let me tell you, everybody is getting a Boerewors roll this morning. Trust me.
Hey Mo, this is Klepper. My order is the Bougie Boerie.
Hey Mo, this is Gary. This is my order, a traditional good old-fashioned Boerie roll.
Hey Mo, this is Mix. I ordered the Gourmet Boerie. Hey Mo, this is Mix. I ordered the Gourmet Boerie.
Hey Mo, my name is Jean, and my order is a Gourmet Boerie.
Everybody's going for the Gourmet Boerie or the Bougie Boerie. Now, just to kind of just tell you a little bit about what's in the menu. I mean, the Gourmet Boerie, it's different to the Bougie Boerie, right? So the Gourmet has the mozzarella and the cheddar cheese with a bit of relish on top, while the Bougie Boerie has caramelized onions, crispy bacon bits, and a flame brie cheese. So I think the bacon bites, that's the difference between the two. But you know what? You come and try it out for yourself. Don't let me tell you what's on the menu. You come see it for yourself. All I can say is that they're moving. They're moving. They are like literally being grabbed thick and fast. So, yeah. I'm here until 12. I hope we'll still have boerie rolls by then. Let's see what happens. And yeah, I mean, it's been a great morning indeed. Nice and noisy, lots of hooters and lots to eat as well.
947.
Well, it is because of these two incredible individuals that we were able to fill our tummies today. And as this conversation started yesterday with literally trying to figure out what you enjoy putting in your wors roll, it then morphed and evolved into an entire challenge where our good friends from Boerie Bros decided to challenge me to say, listen, we make the best Boerewors rolls in town and we are willing to prove it. And that's exactly what happened today. So I'd like to welcome in studio Luthando and Snothando, who are both founders of Boerie Bros. Good morning.
Hey, bro.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, bro.
I can't say bros. Or can I? Can I get away with it?
It's gender neutral as far as we are concerned.
No, absolutely. I think first and foremost, well done on pulling it off. In other words, arriving, keeping to your word in terms of rising to the occasion in the challenge and serving Joburg. I mean, is this, in a short space of time, the most Boerewors rolls you guys have had to make?
I mean, Mo, I think you literally said outside, we should have done like a Guinness Book of Records, something, because that was an intense 1 hour of serving just good boeries to your listeners. They came through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's start with the story of Boerie Bros and how it came about, because every great business has an interesting story behind it. Who wants to take that?
Yeah, so
okay, Luthando,
I'll take that one for sure. So Boerie Bros was conceptualized between my wife and I when, we'd run errands on weekends, do those shoppings. We leave a bit early, and we were a bit famished while on the run, and we don't want to necessarily sit down and have a meal, but you want to grab something on the go. So when we'd buy some boeries, within the malls, the big commercial stores have these ones outside.
Yes, the supermarkets,
those ones are just a big disappointment. So we didn't like what we were getting there. You'd find they're overcooked, they're skinny, there's not an element of richness of a boerie, and there's not much of options around it.
Right.
So we thought, we want to actually see there is a market for that. We want to get into that market and elevate it a little bit, bring an element of a twist and a uniqueness to the South African context. And that's where we came with our options and bought a tuk-tuk and converted it into a kitchen.
Yeah, because you guys are a mobile business.
Yeah.
So what does that mean in terms of how you operate, Snothando?
So our general business model in how we operate is that we don't have sort of a standalone sort of shop. We work with events, we work with private corporate events, we pop up at markets. We really go where the consumer is, where there's reach, where there's traffic, and where there's a vibe, man. We're very vibrant people, and we're actually very social people, and we like to be outside. So it only made sense for us to build a business that's not going to be a standalone. And boeries are one of those things that you grab in the weekend. During the week we're busy. People probably want maybe a fuller meal, but the weekend is really where you get the vibe where you can grab and go, eat a boerie on the go, eat a boerie at an event, and really that's the premise of how we thought about having a food truck.
I love this, and I love the fact that it's a business that was born out of the idea that actually I can do this better.
Yeah,
I can do this better. So what is it that makes Boerie Bros so special in terms of the variety of Boerewors rolls that you guys prepare?
Oh, that's a great question. When we were outside, you asked one of the listeners who came to get a boerie, what is your favorite thing about a boerie? And she said it's the wors.
Yes.
And they're right. That is the start of a boerie.
Yeah.
So the basic element, you have to have a great wors. That is your core concept of it.
Yeah.
And we're really focused on that. Got a great supplier when it comes to that 100% ground beef. It's not that wors that comes dirk, but after it's bride, it's as skinny as a finger. That's a problem.
We've seen it all.
So that is we focused on making sure that doesn't happen. And then we also then looked at flavoring. How do we support that wors to bring out more flavor, which is the core of the element is a garlic butter, which serves in a garlic butter roll. Then we play around with some cheeses, you know, some flambéed bries, your cheddars, your mozzarelas, caramelized onion, bacon, and of course chakalaka. You know, South Africans love chakalaka. Which braai have you gone to without chakalaka?
Yes,
it's also there. So those are the flavors that we really focus on, and of course we'd like to have a unique element of our brand. I think we're the only food truck that is in a tuk-tuk. You know, that in itself is quite a brand identity that people recognize us from far. Oh, there's the Boerie Tuck, you know, and they go and find us.
Brilliant stuff. Luthando and Snothando join us of Boerie Bros. They've prepared delicious boerie rolls, and a big shout out to everybody who actually came through to our impromptu drive-through at our Primedia building. I mean, it was a mess outside. By a mess, I mean like queues, people hooting
all the time.
But also just being able to handle that pressure. I think I have to give you guys, you know, full credit. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you guys, you know, they want to bring you over to their event or whatever occasion it is, how do we go about doing this? And also, where do we follow your story on the socials?
Amazing. So if you guys want to get in touch with us, book our food tuck for your special occasion, email us hello@boeriebros.co.za, BORIEBROS.co.za, hello@BoerieBros. And then you can catch us on Instagram, Boerie Bros ZA, and Facebook, Boerie Bros.
Yeah, because you mentioned events. I mean, are there any key events that you did sort of like recently, just to paint a picture of the type of events that we'd find you guys at? Yeah.
Yes. So last weekend we were actually at Deep in the City in Monte Casino.
Yes, at Monte. Yes. What a vibe.
So I'm sure some of your listeners probably were there as well. And this weekend we're going to be doing Good Morning at Constitutional Hill. We always do an event there, but we really do sort of lifestyle music events. That's more our vibe. Cultural events, that's where we are. So if you are going to be at Good Morning, do come check us out. We'd love to serve you guys.
No, listen, I think as a small business, I wish you guys all the best. The story of small businesses will always be close to my heart because it's literally about people just deciding, screw it, let's do it.
Let's do it, yeah.
And who knows where it will end. And look where you guys are now and the sort of relationships that you're building. Somebody today potentially tasted your food for the first time, and you know that's a new customer. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope you guys grow in leaps and bounds, and may you keep on making more Boeries, bros.
No, thank you.
Thanks, bro.
And of course, we would also like to call out, you know, big companies like yourselves, you know, such as these platforms for supporting us and having us today, and to also incorporate us within some of their value chains when they do, you know, events and businesses, to open up to small businesses like ours is very important. So we really call out to corporates to please support small businesses. Let's have the food trucks. Let's bring them in out there. We're doing a great job out there. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Boerie Bros ZA on Instagram. You can also email hello@boeriebros.co.za. Boerie is with an IE, not with a Y after the R. Get it right. And yeah, support them. Try them out. They're delicious. Oh, and by the way, that gourmet boerie, oh my goodness.
Tell us about it.
You know, the melt in your mouth effect is not something I'm used to with Boerewors rolls.
Okay.
It's the garlic roll. It's got a melt in your mouth effect, and obviously the cheese, the relish, and then
It's a proper beast.
947